Got a good gut feeling on this one. Jannik Sinner's road to the quarterfinals had that little hiccup in the third round against Elliot Spizzirri with the heat, but other than that, been pretty dominating. I don't know that we talk about his mental game enough. What he did while knowing he was about to be suspended, and then what he did when he returned from that suspension was absolutely extraordinary. How was he able, Jim, to compartmentalize so well?
I'd like to know. That'd be a good thing to have in life if you're able to do that, because there are always stress points in everyone's life. His is just played out on a big public stage, and the stakes are so high for him because he's chasing history. But he is able to compartmentalize. He's able to just get out there and go be the assassin that he is on the tennis court and just put emotion to the side and just focus on what am I going to do out here in this moment. The guy's amazing at controlling the controllables, isn't he? I mean, that he's proven time and time again.
I'll say it once, I'll say it again, and I'll probably say it again. Him losing from triple championship point up at Roland Garros last year, coming back to the Wimbledon final, dropping that first set against Alcaraz, and finding a way to win. It's one of the best mental performances I think we've seen in sport, to be able to bounce back from that. Jim is right. Stone cold assassin, and to be able to put emotion aside and just focus on what you want to do. It's easier said than done, but that was maybe one of the highest examples I've ever seen.
Yeah, for those players at the very, very top of tennis historically, there is something that separates them from the field. Yes, the tennis, but a lot of times it's the work ethic, willing to put in that hard work each and every day, but it's also the mindset and belief that is much different than the players really ranked from about 5 on down. There is something special. These two, both Sinner and Alcaraz, have it. They have it in different ways, but they both have that factor where I am not going to lose. I'm going to do everything that I can to win, and nothing is going to take me off my path.
Stone cold assassin. You said it perfectly, Jim, and that's what he's been against Ben Shelton. 19 sets in a row. How does Shelton kind of change the patterns in this one?
Oh, it's going to start and probably end with his serve, right? He's going to need to have an amazing day of serving, and it's going to require the blend that he brings, right? He's got to bring in the mixture and all that, but he needs a high percentage of first serves. The problem for Shelton, look, we know he can hit at 140 miles an hour, but when he hits at 140 miles an hour, he makes far less first serves in play, and then his second serve it's exposed. So once he's in the rally with him, then his backhand comes under threat.
Yeah, Sinner's done such a great job of that in their previous matches of just pinning Shelton in that backhand corner. Yeah. And how does Shelton get out of that pattern? So tough when there's very few, if any, weaknesses on the other side of the net. He's got to be a disruptor. He's got to use his big serve, use his forehand when it's there, and just build and be consistent on the backhand.
Couldn't agree more. Look, the serve is that's what's going to keep him in the match. If he's not having a good serving day, that's going to be all she wrote. But once the point starts, using that variety that Lindsay's talking about on that backhand side will be a huge factor. If he gets pinned down there, he's just going to feel too much pressure and not be able to get out of it. He said he's hitting his forehand as big and it feels as safe as it ever has. So that kind of confidence on that forehand will be a huge factor in piercing through the Sinner defense, and his return of serve. It's been one of the elements that he's tried to improve the most. He talked about it a year ago. He was going to the chip quite a bit on the forehand side. He's finding ways to be able to use the pace, go over it now. If he can put a lot of returns in play, try to be in Sinner's service games as well, it's going to give him another few percent.
That's a great point, because we know about the serve.
Yep.
If he can get a little better on the return, that would be massive. When we talk about belief,